Welcome to a very special edition of Ski-U-Mah Weekly here on the Gopher Sports Facebook page. I'm Justin Gard from KFAN Radio, joined first by the head coach of men's basketball, Richard Pitino. Why are we dressed in ridiculous outfits? Well, we are in the lobby of what soon will be the Land O'Lakes Center for Excellence here on the campus of the University of Minnesota. It's Give to the Max Day, if you haven't heard, and to date, to the minute, Gopher Athletics has actually raised north of $500,000 today. So we appreciate all the support so far. We hope we can keep that going. We're going to give you a little bit more information about the building that we're standing in, and we thought the head coach of a 3-0 nationally ranked basketball team would be a good place to start. Coach, thanks for taking the time today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
What's it been like to watch this really from step one of shovel in the ground to where you are now about to move in a month?
Well, I think what's amazing is it changes by the day, and they've done such an unbelievable job. And, you know, we work weekends and we work some crazy hours. Well, there's never been a time where I haven't seen somebody in here working. So credit to them for the way they put this all together. It's first class. You know, it's something that we needed, and we did it right. You never know when you do a project like this if you're going to do it right. And fortunately, everybody had a great vision, and it's been unbelievable. It's going to knock it out of the park.
We appreciate, by the way, Mortensen letting us work in here right now. We had to get special dispensation for them to take a little bit of a break. As Coach said, they are working here. I'm here quite a bit as well, and there's frequently been a lot more noise in this area than there is right now. We're going to talk about your practice facility in a minute because I know that's been important to both men's and women's basketball, but just the overall Land O'Lakes portion of it, the Center for Excellence, the training table, the academic center, everything in one place. What will that mean?
I think what's unbelievable is if you walk upstairs to the Land O'Lakes Center and you have an unbelievable view of downtown Minneapolis, and it's symbolic in a way because you see these high rises, you see all these great opportunities for these student athletes, and that's really what it's all about. You know, certainly we have to win and we've got to compete at the highest level, but we want our student athletes to grow, and whenever they're done playing basketball, specifically for us, we've got to do everything in our power to get them a job, an opportunity outside of basketball. And we've got that. We have their own center dedicated solely for that, which is really, really unique. I think also having a cafeteria almost solely for all the student athletes is perfect in so many ways because we sometimes live in our own little bubble.
Right.
And now we can have all of our student athletes mingle together, talk to each other, socialize, get to know each other. It just completes the whole student-athlete experience.
With the Cunningham Basketball Center, courts for men's and women's basketball, I think a court and a half for both of you. But what will that mean? I know even Jordan Murphy has mentioned recently he's getting up late-night shots at any time he can go here in the Bierman building where you guys have kind of had your own area to our left here. But just the ability for your student-athletes to be able to train and really do it on their own time even outside of when you're going to have them.
Well, I think logistically that was something that I sought out to do from day one, and I think we kind of made it happen a makeshift way.
Yeah.
But now, with our own space, and not only that, but the amount of space that we have. I mean, we can do more shooting drills that can incorporate everybody that we haven't been able to do with the current gym, as well as, you know, it's like anything else. When you got something brand new, you want to be in it.
Yeah.
So if our guys are not in class, they should be in the gym, and they're going to want to use this, so I know they're excited about it.
Well, I've heard other places that have facilities, you basically say, we want our guys never to want to leave. We never want to give them a reason to go do something else, whether it's hang out back in their place, they can get their studying done here, they can get their shots up, they get good meals. It seems like you're going to be able to do all of that.
Well, it's amazing in recruiting. When we bring recruits through, after we're done with the tour, all the parents kind of say the same thing. Well, they're like, well, either you're here, you're at class, or you're at your dorm.
They know where they are.
Because they can do everything in this building, besides obviously go to class. But you've got academic support here, you've got food here, you've got your strength and conditioning, athletic medicine, and obviously the Land O'Lakes Center and all those things. So their day-to-day life, as much as it's going to help in recruiting for all sports, but the most important thing is the student-athlete's day-to-day life is going to get a lot better. And at the end of the day, it's about those guys, those girls, and the experience that they have.
Last thing, before we talk a little bit about your season so far, you had a game last night beating Niagara. Who is more excited, do you think, to get into this building? The coaches, the players, recruits, or is it 33% of all of those?
I think it's everybody is fired up for it. You know, I think every time they walk by, I'll tell you who's not happy is the seniors, because they're getting jealous.
For sure.
You know, but I think that they're all fired up for it. You know, we walk by it all the time, and you see the progress, and you see the amount of hours that everybody's spending to put this together. So they want to be a part of it. So it's coming at a great time. I mean, we've got a good team. We've got a lot to be excited about. And then to kind of take the next step with our team, with our program, is huge because recruiting's going really, really well.
Right.
This obviously has a lot to do with it.
Last thing, part two on this, you've gotten a chance, when you first got here, maybe there wasn't the excitement about not just Gopher basketball, but Gopher sports generally, for people to want to take that step and make that investment. Fundraising is a critical part of any college program, but specifically here to get something like this done, you had to have a lot of people step forward. What's it been like getting to know those people?
It's been fun. I can't believe it, but I'm on my 5th year here, and I feel like a bit of a veteran, as crazy as that sounds, at only 35 years old. But I love the fact that the people that have put forth and donated, I know personally,
right.
And know them as people and understand why they're donating. Obviously they're very charitable people who have a great passion for all the sports and the university. But to cultivate those relationships over a 4-year span has meant a lot to me. And, so we've all spent a lot of time and a lot of hard work fundraising for this and putting this all together. So we're proud of it. It took a long time.
Right.
And this was a vision that was put in the works years ago. And for me, the small part that I had, and is something I have a little bit of pride in it as well.
You have a game on Sunday at Williams Arena. You had a game last night against Niagara, another victory. You guys are 3-0, a really nice road win against Providence on Monday. I do like, by the way, that everybody gets to see your reaction when you run into the locker room and get all pumped. You don't jump into the crowd like PJ Fleck does, but you seem pretty excited about that Providence victory.
Well, what's funny was I had a bunch of family and friends in it, and so I'm walking off the court, and I see my cousin in front of me, and he ran into the locker room and starts yelling at the team, and I'm like, what is he doing? But yeah, it's all part of the fun of it, it's the world that we live in today. Everybody wants to be part of it, and
yep.
we like having to be a part of it. So that was a huge win for us. To do that early, we can draw back a lot from that. We have to play another true road game versus Arkansas a little bit later. But our guys really, to get in a tough environment, to just be very, very poised in kind of that eye of the storm means we got a good team and we got to continue to get better.
Enjoy the final few days waiting for the facility, and we look forward to seeing what you guys do once you can get in there. Thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
He's the head coach, Richard Pitino, men's basketball. We're just getting started here on Sky UMA Weekly. When we come back, we will talk to someone from Land O'Lakes. Pete Jansen had a lot to do with the building that we're hanging out in right now. Stay with us.